Imposter syndrome is something that may always be there, come about occasionally, or eventually disappear. Regardless, we want to share some tips to help you combat it. Talk about it. Sometimes it is helpful to just say what you're feeling and speak it into existence. It can be difficult to be vulnerable, but also helpful to acknowledge when imposter syndrome is happening. I personally have posted about it on my LinkedIn when it has come up for me. Also, depending on who you're comfortable with, sharing it with a friend, coworker, mentor, or manager can help you by talking it out. Write down wins and victories. Okay, hear me out since this may sound silly at first. It is important to track your successes overall, but it can also help when you're feeling like you're an imposter. Saving projects or correspondences that show your success gives you a place to go when you're feeling like a fraud. Personally, I like to call mine smile files, where I have saved shoutouts from coworkers and projects I've done well. This smile file can be an electronic folder on your computer, or you can print hard copies and put them in an actual folder. Another option is to go back and look at your GitHub contributions. When someone gives you reinforcing feedback, take it. It is hard to accept compliments, especially when we think we're a phony. This may be a hard adjustment, but don't deflect or downplay. Try to avoid saying things like, "It's not a big deal," or "anyone could have done it." Instead of deflecting, absorb that feedback. You earned it. Try reframing your language and saying something along the lines of, "Thanks, I enjoyed working on it." Or, "I appreciate you saying that. I worked hard to accomplish this." Embrace your feedback and acknowledge the hard work you've been doing to learn something new. When someone gives you redirecting feedback, take that too. I know this is a harder one. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, you are receiving this redirecting feedback because this person believes in your ability to grow. They think enough of you that they are giving feedback. Another way to think of it is that someone wouldn't give feedback if they didn't think you were capable of growth. That has made it easier for me to actually enjoy redirecting feedback. We're lifelong learners. Once you foster a personal culture of being a permanent learner, it will help when you hit roadblocks, any sort of challenges, or even receive feedback. Cut yourself some slack when you make a mistake. It means you're learning, not a fraud. Hopefully, some of these tips will be helpful in your journey in your career. Most importantly, please remember that imposter syndrome is normal. Don't ever feel ashamed if you're experiencing it. Look out for your peers at Treehouse and check in with folks who you work with. A majority of people experience imposter syndrome in their roles. Let's normalize it and talk about it. Lastly, if you're looking for more information and resources about imposter syndrome, check out the teacher's notes. Bye!